So this is a very, very interesting one here, this next topic, because it may kind of fly under the radar to some, but to me is the most intriguing thing that we're going to talk about today from both sides. And that is Matthew Sluka, former UNLV and Holy Cross quarterback, is going to be headed to James Madison. And of course, this was one of the biggest NIL related stories of the season, opt-out related stories of the season, when UNLV had the hot start to the season. After their 3-0 start, he opted out due to what he said were NIL promises that were made and not kept. Now, it's been a bit of a he said, she said situation. There was nothing, unfortunately, for him signed there, which to me, as someone who's been in the space as an agent, that's something that should really go more on his representation than the kid himself. And I know he took a lot of heat when he opted out, but at the same time still needed to do that to preserve the year of eligibility if that's what he wanted to do, and obviously try to get his money that he felt he was promised. Now, this thing unfolded here. He had more time than anyone really to find a landing spot as a quarterback. Had a really successful career at Holy Cross before the move to UNLV, and now finds himself almost later than any of the quarterbacks in the transfer portal cycle, finding his home right before the deadline here. And on the other side of it, JMU didn't have too bad of a season here last year, 9-4, but they had a really, really solid quarterback in Alonzo Barnett, who threw for 26 touchdowns and 4 interceptions this year. So let's try to make sense of this entire situation.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out too, because like you said, you have a quarterback that a lot of people like in the room. A lot of people were kind of circling him potentially as a portal guy, right? So you not only add Sluka, you add Camden Coleman from Richmond, one of the better young quarterbacks in the FCS level in the CAA. Led his team to a 10-3 record at that level. So there's a lot of guys here that are going to want to play. I wonder how this is going to shake out in spring. Is some of these guys going to shake free as possibly a post-spring quarterback for a team that gets an injury or has a need? So that's something to watch. Coleman, a guy with great size, as does Sluka. Now, Sluka, the issue with him is just passing the ball. 43% of his passes with UNLV, but he ran the ball well, protected the ball. And the key to this pickup, I think, in terms of the Sluka side of it, is the relationship with the head coach, Bobby Chesney. So look at the quote. This is from Chesney when Sluka had the whole controversy with UNLV. He had a very long quote, Pete. I put the tweet there in the rundown. Pull it up. But he basically defended him very strong. He said, look, he had a lot of offers for hundreds of thousands of dollars to leave Holy Cross, only did so when it was a situation that he believed in football-wise. Chesney said, I don't think this is about the money or dollars and cents. That's not what Sluka is. He is definitely about trying to find the best situation possible. He wants to play football as hard as he possibly can, and money never had anything to do with it. So I imagine in this situation, money had nothing to do with that either. So, pretty strong support from the head coach there. We'll see if there's a preference, right, for Sluka once this battle starts. Someone he knows and believes in. But of course, the offense, being more of a passing offense with Barrow, is very successful. So
it does make you wonder here, as we have this comment here from Canes Cats Heat 305. He says a weird take, meaning from James Madison's point of view. He says bad locker room guy right there. The coaches blackballed him, which is good. So it's his opinion that it was good they blackballed him. But the point is, it does kind of add up in a sense that it took this long for him to find a landing spot. And the only do you think that was the case, that maybe the only place that was willing to take him was his coach that he had previous knowledge with, previous relationship with, and the coach had knowledge of him as a person and a character-wise, as we saw there, and this was where he had to land? That's just, from the outside looking in, it kind of seems that way.
Yeah, but look, this is a guy who knows him, right? So if he was really that bad in the locker room, no one would know more than Bob Chesney. So this is someone he knows, someone that he trusts, and is obviously putting his faith in. The combination of that with the Richmond QB Coleman. That's what surprises me, because you have a good starter, right? So is Sluka going to be just sort of your Tim Tebow in 2006, running in there short yardage, and then Barrett's going to run the whole show? Are you worried about losing someone to the portal, with teams circling? Who knows how it's going to be? But this is a situation to monitor. I wouldn't be surprised if someone shakes loose here in the spring.